Okay. Good morning, everybody. Krastorio 2. This is take 2 of this episode. Since I started take 1 a day early, if anyone was here yesterday, you probably had a good laugh. I did too. I started my stream yesterday morning, and I was wondering how come nobody's here, Nobody was online. After a few minutes, a couple people showed up, and somebody mentioned, oh yeah, I got kind of confused since you're streaming on Saturday instead of Sunday. And I was like, what? And then I realized, oh yeah, it was Saturday. So I woke up early and started streaming, and it wasn't streaming day. And then I said, well, you know what? I'll go ahead and stream anyway, at least for a little while, since I've already got it started. Yeah, and then a couple of minutes after that, the people that were coming to fix a leak in my roof showed up, so I had to quit anyway. But yeah, hi everybody. Yeah, in KMAC it didn't get fixed yet. They found a couple places where the leak could be, but they're not sure which is which, so they're going to come back later and go up on the roof with a hose and do some tests to see if they can figure out where the leak is actually coming from. So one of those possible locations is underneath the roof tiles, so hopefully it's not there. But we'll see. Anyway, the rain's starting to subside, and I haven't had any more electrical problems, so we'll get it taken care of soon. Anyway, hope you all are doing well. So we're going to continue with K2 today. And the task at hand is to start building the mall. Now, this is going to be a bot-based mall. And I'm just realizing now that before we get too deep into this, we really need a lot more logistic bots than we have. We only have 131. So the first thing I'd like to do here before I do too much on the mall is let's start making a lot more logistics bots. I think we're going to need, for that mall to really work well, we're going to need probably a couple thousand. So, let's see. So for these, they need red circuits. Okay, so I think I have everything I need here. I just need to get them into the RoboPort. What the heck is this? Batteries. Oh, okay. These are side loading. I need to... Yeah, things are a little tight here. How am I going to do that? Okay. Well, we could do it the roundabout way, I suppose, which would be like this. Whoops. There we go. And those red circuits go to... Okay. Alright, yeah, this is fine. We're taking these red circuits after they get to the blue science pack, so this shouldn't slow down our progress on the science that we're doing here. Just trying to get these quality of life researches done. And after that, there won't be any more research that involves basic tech cards. So that way, we don't have to worry about making basic tech cards on the grid. We can just ignore those because we'll have all that research done already. All right. Yeah, I agree with you, Lanesta. Malls are the bee's knees. Okay. So I started yesterday by making some gears. I think we'll probably need some more of those. So let's go ahead and increase what we're doing with those. Here's a couple logistics bots. All right. Now what I've noticed so far is that bots are bringing iron plates from over here for some reason. I guess I probably have iron plates in storage. Yeah. And I'm just trying to think. I think in terms of bot priority, in terms of logistics priority, I think the game does prioritize storage chests over logistics chests, over passive providers. Let's check the cheat sheet. Because I don't remember for sure. Let's see here. Here, and I'll share what I'm doing. Okay. FactorioCheatSheet.com, by the way, for anybody who hasn't used this website before. It's pretty amazing. Does this have anything about robots? Maybe not. Okay, maybe it's in the wiki. Let me see here. Okay, that's not it. Okay, here's the wiki. Usage, mechanics, priorities. Okay, source priority goes player, active provider. Okay, yeah, and then storage chests and buffer chests are in the same priority, and then passive providers last. Okay, so I think in order to prevent the distance here from becoming an issue, what we should do is move all of our storage over here. So let's do that. Let me craft some storage chests. And we can just array these in the center. Like so. Okay. And then what we can do is we'll deconstruct the chests that are in the base over here, and all that storage will get moved. Okay. And I'm gonna do this by, well, first of all, let me turn off my personal bots. I'm gonna use the deconstruct tool. And the good thing about doing that is that when you do it that way, construction bots will also help to move material. So it won't only be an issue for the logistics bots. So this way we'll get all the bots involved. So it'll be a lot faster that way. Hey Creed, how you doing? Welcome. Okay, so this way the bots won't have as far to travel to pick stuff up out of storage. And then once all the plates and storage gets used up, then it'll start pulling them out of the requester chests over here. Now, what I expect to see, because I have 4 requester chests here, there's probably going to be one that they prefer to get it from all the time. So what we're probably going to see over here is that a lot of time there's going to be like 1 chest that's empty and 3 that are completely full. I don't think that's necessarily a problem, though. Hey, Elsa Zocht. Yeah, you didn't miss anything yesterday. I was streaming on the wrong day. Silly me. Okay, so now that that's going, why don't we start, you know, like what to build first. Why don't we start with just basic logistics parts. Or you know what, why don't we start with the stuff we need to build the mall? That seems like a good idea. So let's make chests. Right, so for the logistics chests, we need steel chests and circuits. All right, so let's, first of all, let's make steel chests. And for the outputs of this stuff, I think I'm probably just going to do it by just limiting the chest, the output chest to begin with. Because that'll be a lot easier to set up. Unfortunately, it's kind of a, like setting it by logistic network is a little bit of a pain. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try to do it like this. Okay, so let's say that 50 is the most that we want. No, I think more than 50. Let's say 200. That's a full stack, right? Okay, so we'll do it like that. And I should also just make a blank one that I can copy paste for new stuff. Let's try reversing those. And then this is going to be, I wonder. Okay. I think it would be cool if you could connect the building to the chest so that it would request automatically based on whatever you have in the building. I think there are mods that'll do something like that. Okay. But anyway, we'll say connect, and then, I don't know, I'll just pick some random thing here. Okay. Alright, so now we have that. Then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can do all the different types of chests. Oh, my bots are turned off. Heh. No wonder that's not working. Okay. So, let's do purple, green, red, blue, yellow. Right, and then we just shift right click, shift left click for the requesters. And then I just need to change the item on the outputs here. So that's purple, that's green, that's red, that's blue, and that's yellow. You know, and maybe 200. Yeah. You know, for the lesser used ones, I think I'll just set it to 50. Because I'm not going to use those as often. Oh, wait, so like the buffer, hang on. Okay, these I'll use a lot of. Actually, even storage chests, I don't need quite so many. It's mainly the blue and the red ones that I'll need a lot of. Whoa, we're taking a lot of damage here. I wonder if the biters have evolved. No, not yet. We're not in behemoth mode yet. Okay. And these guys are all waiting for red. Oh, I haven't brought in red circuits yet. Okay, let's do that. Can I make a train? Okay. So that's green in, so this will be red circuits in. Okay, yeah, no train assigned to that yet. Oops. Okay. Alright, so we go to red circuits out until full, and then we go to red circuits in until empty, and then we go to refuel with inactivity. And as far as fuel is concerned, do I have anything I can give it as fuel? Doesn't seem so. Alright, let's go. I'll just go pick up some wood. Oh, you know what? I've got wood in storage. There we go. Thank you. And we'll just give it a little bit of wood to start with. There we go. Alright. Awesome. These trains are slow. I need to get train speed researched. Yeah, I'm noticing the biters are able to get some damage in lately. So they must be getting a little more powerful. And we're still emptying out the storage over here. Looks like that might take a while. There's a lot of stuff in there. Okay, well, that's alright. We got time. Okay. In the meantime, I'll give the bots some red circuits of my own to get started. Okay, now let's build... yeah, here, let's just do that. Let's build the actual assemblers. Okay. Okay, so for that we're going to need automation cores. So how do we make automation cores? Let's see. We'll need iron sticks. construction bots are busy, so I might have to do some of this myself for now. Okay, so change that to iron sticks. And change that to automation cores. There we go. Alright, and then we do level 1 assemblers. Now this also needs iron beams. Whoopsie daisy. Alright, so let's make iron beams. Hey, Thunderwolf. Yeah, we got 2 Sundays this week. Okay, you know what? Let's do 2 iron beam machines, since I suspect we'll need a lot of those. All right. And then we can do the assembly machine 2. Let's see. And actually, we can do this a little bit better. I'm going to move this over here. Let's remove that. Okay. This way it's a little bit less traffic, because this way now we don't, since I'm not really going to use the level 1 assemblers except to make level 2s, if I do it this way, then I don't need to waste bot resources by just moving it from here to there. We can just do that like this. And then just so we don't fill this chest up, I just connected the wire there, so this will run as long as there are less than 10 level 1 assemblers in this chest. I'll leave the logistics request here, so that way, for example, when we dismantle the starter base, all the level 1s that I pick up will still be able to get used here. Okay, so far so good. Now let's start working on inserters. So we're going to need yellows, we're going to need... No, let's put yellows there. Oh, you know what? Actually... okay. It doesn't matter. Yellows are not an ingredient to the other inserters. Okay. So we'll just do yellow, red, blue, and stacks. I'm not going to do the filter inserters because those are rarely used. So if I do need those, I can just craft those manually. Yeah, Thunderwolf, I don't have a mall blueprint for a bot mall. Not only that, but I especially don't have one for Krastorio 2, which has all different ingredients and stuff. So even if I had one for vanilla, I wouldn't really be able to use it here. More iron sticks, K-Mac. Alright. Here, let me put my... I'll put my prototype over there. And we'll turn this one into iron sticks, too. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, we're up to 425 logistic spots now, so we'll just let that steadily keep growing until we have, I would say, at least 1,000. Maybe more. Okay, let's get started on these inserters. Now, these are going to need inserter parts. I wonder if I should probably do more automation cores too, right? Okay. Now we need inserter parts. All right, so let's do like 2 sets of inserter parts, and we'll just do them right here next to the inserters. And here again, if I'm going to do that, why not just feed these directly? So this is yellow inserters, red inserters, blue inserters, and stack inserters. And hold the phone here. Okay. Looks like we'll get super duper inserters later on. How are we doing on power? Okay, we're doing okay. But we'll maybe want to increase power in the not too distant future. Hey, Jim. Today's actual Sunday, not fake Sunday like yesterday. to turn up the AC. I'm a little warm in here. Hang on. Hey, Emu Bob. Yeah, you could control them with combinators as well. How would you do it though? Like you could use a constant combinator to set the limit that you want for each item. You would actually have to use several of them, since a single constant combinator I think only gives you what, 20? Yeah, 20 outputs. So you would need multiple combinators. And then you could set limits in them, like, you know, like that. And then you could wire those up to... It would actually be more complicated than what I'm doing now. You could wire those. You could wire that up to the inserters. Actually, you would want to set these to negative numbers, and then you can wire them up to the inserters and compare that to what you actually have in the logistics network. But yeah, it would be more complicated and more difficult to set up that way. In this case. All right, Jim. Well, hope to see you next time. Thanks for coming to both of my streams this weekend. Now, what are we missing here? Steel gears. Okay. I am bringing in steel, right? Yeah. So, let's do this. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to copy the blank one. Alright, not quite enough room for another one. Okay, so we'll do steel gears right here. And we'll probably want to do 2 of those. Well, maybe not. I'll just do 1 for now. No, I think I will do 2. There. Okay. That way we can get the stack inserters done. Okay, perfect. Is there a train out of gas? Yes, I think there is. Wow. So that whole stack of wood that I gave it wasn't even enough to get that far. It burns through it pretty quick. Wow. Let's make sure it gets all the way to the fueling station. I think it will. That's better. And I'll get rid of the wood in there. That way we can fill up all 3 stacks with the good stuff. Okay. And I think we'll have to start thinking about adding more power sometime soon. Okay. So now we have what we need to continue building them all. What next? Let's do... We should do belts and things next, I suppose. And these are all consuming primarily iron. Right, so we'll set this up close to the iron plate. I think that will be a smart move. And maybe on these lanes in between, maybe I can throw in some lights. To help illuminate. Okay. All right, see you, Ped. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Okay. And then checking our chain of ingredients here. Right, so in this case, the red versions do require a yellow version to go along with them. So we'll want to take that into account as we build this, and let's check the others as well. So by the end, we'll actually have 5 different levels of belts. Right, so blue consumes red, green consumes blue, and purple consumes green. So we should build that into the structure here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we'll need 5 levels of each one. Okay, so let's do it here instead. And I'll remove the unused ones for now, just because then that way it'll be simpler to see. It'll be easier to see where I don't have anything being built yet. Otherwise it might be hard to pick up where I've got machines down that don't have a recipe applied yet. Oh, okay. You need steel for blue on. Yeah, and rare metals too. Steel, lubricant. Okay. So maybe I'll just do the yellow and the red chained together. Yeah, because with the blue ones, we're going to need lubricant. And so, like, for that, what I would normally do, I mean, let's pretend that this one's blue. I would set up something like this. And then I would set up, like, unbarrel lubricant. Where is that? And then I would just connect the 2 machines side by side like that. Right. Yeah, so we'll do yellow and red side by side, and then the rest I think we'll just have to do. We'll have to use bots to carry things in between, but that's okay. By the time we get to that point, I think our bots will be a lot better. So hopefully it won't be too much of an issue. All right, looks like our storage is taken care of. All right, so that's good. Okay. Ugh. I'm getting old, guys. I got a sore back. Slept on it funny. I've also, and this is no joke, guys, but I've been suffering a bit from what I think is an affliction called mouse shoulder. Mouse, you know, like one of these. I don't know if you guys have ever had this problem, but what happens is if you sit too far away from your mouse, you end up like having to support your upper arm in an extended position, and it puts repetitive strain on your shoulder muscles. And I think that's what I did to myself, because like for the last couple of weeks, like the back of my shoulder has been pretty sore, and it gets worse when I'm using the computer. So since then I've been trying to focus on good posture, make sure I'm sitting up straight in the chair, sitting a little bit closer to the desk, so that when my hand is on the mouse, my elbow is resting on the armrest and my upper arm is, you know, like straight up and down, so that I don't have to use my shoulder to to maintain my arm position. Because I spend a lot of time on the computer every day, you know, during the workday. Obviously, most of the workday I'm in front of the computer, and then all my most of my hobbies center around computer use as well. So typically I'm on the computer for several hours in the evenings, and it's been taking its toll. So since I made these changes and I've been more conscious of it, it's starting to get better. But because the problem is already there, obviously and I have to continue to use the computer in the meantime, you know, I think it'll take a little bit of time to go away. It'll take longer than it would if I was able just to like not use the computer for a week. But I can't imagine not using a computer for a week. Okay, back to belts. All right, so this simply needs plates and gears. And then what I think I'll do here, I think I'll put a buffer chest right there. And we'll request, let's request 200 belts. I'm still using yellow belts a lot these days. Well, how many belts do I normally want? 800 is what I'm normally asking for, right? So let's make this 1,000. Now the next thing I'll have to do then is disable, because I am making them over here somewhere. I'll need to disable that. Otherwise I'll just make them over here and put them into that chest over there. Okay. So here, let's go ahead and delete that. Okay. So this way, if there are, the reason I do this is so that as we upgrade, for example, we upgrade yellow belts to red, the yellow belts are going to come back. And this way, because what I want to do is, oh, you know what? Because of the priority system, I don't think I have to do this, do I? Right, because what I was thinking is that I should have all the yellow belts come here first to feed directly into the red belt machine. But if I have yellow belts in storage and in a provider chest here, it'll still pull them out of storage. But at least this way, I have one main place to store yellow belts, and it'll involve less bot traffic. Yeah, so let's go ahead and let's do what I was just suggesting. but I do want to put a limit on that because I don't want the chest to get completely full. There. Okay, so that should work. All right, so we'll do 800. Okay, and right now this is disabled because we already have a ton of belts in there. Okay. So red belts, let's do 800 of those. And then eventually I'll just phase out yellow belts altogether. Make it storage and filter on the belt. That would work too. Then the chest could fill up, right? Right. Okay. So that's a good idea. Thanks, Nightfire. Then I wonder what's the use of... Okay. Well, the use of the buffer chest then is that you would use buffer chests when you definitely want that material to be there. Whereas in this case, we just need like overflow to go in here. Right, like this will never pull a yellow belt out of a provider chest, for example. Or another storage chest. But if this is the only place, since I have the logistics filter here, the bots will preferentially put yellow belts in here. I guess where this would not work is if this chest fills up and more yellow belts get put into storage somewhere else. Then those yellow belts would just sit there. They wouldn't make their way back here. Whereas with a buffer chest it would, because you would have an active request for it. So I think I would prefer then to use the buffer chest. Just in case something like that happens. It probably won't. But you never know. Okay. So we got that going. Now let's do undergrounds. Right, and we'll set these up the same way. And we'll do the splitters. And then we'll also do the loaders and mini loaders. Okay, yeah, give me that. Yeah, so I'll just max these out. Okay. Okay, and we can use a lesser number here, I think. Actually, let's make that 100. And let's make that 100. Okay, and then we have to set this to request from buffer chests. To get the belts. All right. Okay, so I think all that is good. So now let's go ahead and start replenishing ourselves. That'll make life a little more enjoyable. We can do the same with our inserters. Okay, so far so good. We're up to 540 logistic spots. If I auto trash 500 belts, it would go into storage unless there's a request, unless there's a requester chest or a buffer chest asking for them. I have all kinds of junk in here. I think we could also make a... Let me try making a reverse factory. I haven't used any of these yet. But we could try recycling some things. Let's see what we have in here that we can recycle. Those for sure. What else? Yeah, these guys. Oh, I guess I have to wait for it to finish with that. Right, I got like the extra shotgun. Sentinels. I don't need those. All my old steam power stuff. We can get rid of that. The car. Yeah, pistols. Definitely don't need to keep those. Pistol magazines. Okay. All right, here. All right. I might need those at some point, but I don't need them now, so I'll just get rid of them. All right, what else do I have here that I can demolish? Yeah, the car. I'm not going to use that again. Okay. Actually, I'll turn that into a requester chest, and then I guess over time we can just slowly add requests here to stuff that we know that are just trash. Right, like even the stone furnaces. Probably don't really need those anymore. Hey, Wild Ride is here. How you doing, my friend? Thanks for joining the stream. How's your new server working out? Yeah, in fact, let's try this. If I put stone furnaces in there, then it'll pull those out of storage and drop them in the bin. Yeah, and we start recycling. Okay, so that's a reverse factory 1. What's the difference between 1 and 2? Is it just the speed? More speed, less pollution. Okay, let's try that. Okay, I dig it. And then we can put the old one in there too. Reverse factory, the reverse factory. Okay. Well, I just noticed I'm out of lights, so let's make some lights. I'm tired of crafting those manually all the time. Okay, and those are, yeah, we'll just do like 100 of those, I think. I want to see one of these attacks so I can see what it is that's getting damage in on my wall. Okay, and we're going to need copper cable. All right, so let's start. Whoops. That was horrible. I have to not hold down the shift key. All right, so let's start making lots of copper cables. I sometimes do things the hard way. There we go. You know what? For something like this, for something like copper cables, I think it's better if we just limit the chest. Right, because we're always going to need those. There. So now we have 3 copper cable machines. Maybe that'll be enough, and maybe it won't. We will find out. Okay, and now I can request lights. Thank you very much. And then I'll always have lights. Let's do power poles. Speaking of power poles, we'll start trashing small electric poles. We're not going to use those anymore. And I think I was making them somewhere in my base. Blue-Eyed Lunatic, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Oh, your server's running, yeah, Windows Server 2003. Can you run a Factorio server on that? Maybe not, huh? That's an old OS. In fact, Server 2003, I think, is like XP based, isn't it? Yeah. Well, you could install Linux on it. I'm pretty sure they have a Linux version of Factorio Server. Or even Windows 10. You know, you could put Windows 10 on the server. Okay, yeah. See, I'm making those wooden poles here. So let's disable that, or deconstruct it, I should say. And we'll stop using wooden power poles. Wow. You know what? Let's put some stack inserters on the output here. And as a matter of fact, let me put a couple providers over here. Okay, because I don't want to mess. I think it's the best practice not to directly insert anything into storage. Oh, even better, even better. Active providers, right? That way it just gets emptied out. Right, and that way we don't manually mess with the storage. We let the bots manage that themselves. I think that's the best practice. Okay, cool. Yep. Yeah, so that way if there's any requests for what we're recycling here, it'll go to the chest immediately. Otherwise, it'll just get put into storage. It will never stop. Yeah, it will. Because I'm only putting in here specific items. So once those things are all recycled, then it'll stop recycling stuff. Like there won't be a loop. There might be a loop if something I deconstruct yields something else that I want to deconstruct, and then it's like a recursive sort of a thing, but it'll eventually stop. Right, like here I get a piece of wood and I get some copper cable. Okay, and then anything else that we decide to trash, we just throw in there and we're good to go. Okay. Alright. I was talking about power poles. Let's do those next. Okay. And we'll make those down here. We should also do substations. Steel beams. Eesh, getting fancy. I'll wait on the substations. Well, no, let's not wait. Let's just do it now. I have the ingredients. Okay, so that's power poles. That's big power poles. And that is substations, and then later on it looks like there's a substation mark too. So okay, and for these we need steel beams, which we are not crafting yet, so let's make some steel beams up here. Right, and like we did before, I think for basic ingredients like this, we'll just limit the chest. Yeah, and it'll still pull these things out of storage first. Okay. So far, so good. Might want to double up on iron and steel beams. Okay, that seems reasonable. See, now things are starting to get really easy. I love it. Okay. So what are the other basics that we need? Repair packs. Let's do those. We're going to need a lot of repair packs. Stone, iron, and copper. Okay, I'm not currently bringing stone in here, so we will need to add a stone station. Okay, so we can do that here. Pardon me. I don't think I have a stone out yet, do I? Stone in. Well, let me think about this. How much do we really need stone in the mall? Let's see what stone is used in. Landfill, rail, repair packs, big rocks. We're not going to make any rocks. Although we could, which is kind of weird. That's funny. We could go into the landscaping business. Sand, yeah, I know that. Stone for electronic components? That's interesting. That's not how it is now. Oh, okay, that's with the advanced assembler. That's pretty sweet. All right. So should I bring in a whole train of stone, or yeah, I guess I probably should. I mean, especially if it's going to be used in rails and stuff. Let's do it. Okay. So now let's eliminate repair pack production from over here. If I can remember where it was. Here it is. Okay. Thank you for your service. You are no longer required. How are we doing on bots? 625. All right. Oh, look at that. It looks like we're limited because of how many bots are in there. Let's go and empty out the Logi bots and dump them in the network. Yeah, walls too. Good point. Stone brick walls. I guess we'll have to decide whether to make stone brick locally or not. Oh yeah. These things only hold 150 each, which is not great. Okay. Let's dump those out. There we go. Yeah, we can get rid of these. I think we can get rid of all of this, really. Okay, well, let's wait. Let's wait until we get it rebuilt in the mall, and then we'll dump it. Reimagine the advanced. Okay. All right, so we need stone going into a train somewhere. You know what? I think I'll keep the stone. Right, like I'm already making brick and walls over here. I'm making landfill over here. Do I keep that there? I think I probably should move it to the mall because eventually this stone patch is going to dry up. What do we use walls for? Practically nothing. Okay. So, yeah, so we could make... Oh, how about stone bricks? Yeah, we're going to need stone bricks. Okay, yeah, we'll start making all that stuff over here in the mall. So let's demolish this. This is going to make the bots... This is going to make the bots very busy for a while. Alright, so let's do that. Whoops. And then let's update the logistics. Whoops. Let's update this over here. And then we'll run red belts to a train station down here. Let's go ahead and upgrade all this to red belt too, actually. Probably we don't need it, to be honest. There's not that many thingamajigs there. Mining drills. There. Okay. Here, let's power that. All right. Let me fly over there to build. Well, no, I don't need to fly over there to build the station, I don't think. All right, so I need a receiving station there, which will be essentially like this. Okay. And then let's update the loaders and mini loaders. All right. think that should do it. All right. Let's start making the loaders and mini loaders. So we'll start with the loaders. Now those take yellow belts, so we can do this. And then they take gears and beams. So I'll do that, and then I'll take belts out. Pardon me. Now red loaders take yellow loaders. So let me move this over. Actually, we want it, yeah, let's make this, I don't know, 50. We want to request more in the buffer chest than we actually produce with the machine. Okay. And then we do the mini loaders. Ah. That's a lucky coincidence. Okay. All right, I think we're all set there. What's your problem? Iron gear wheels. Okay, I guess we're just using a lot of gears right now. Let's make more. Okay. Yeah, and all the construction bots are very busy. And looks like they will be for quite some time because there are a ton of walls over there. Is there something I could do to help with that? Yeah, let me take my train over there. And I'll bring them over manually. Hey Flashco, you mean for the mall? Oh, I don't want to go here. I want to go here. Oh, for the blocks. Yeah, I'm going to move the production of walls and bricks and stuff over to the mall. Okay. Let's see, where are we storing walls? There's walls there. And walls there. Okay. Alright, so I'm only going to place this stuff where I see the bots are already placing it, if that makes sense. Why am I not getting any lights? What are we missing? Oh, glass. Okay, I don't have any glass in here yet. Yeah, I guess we'll have to bring that in. Because I think glass is pretty commonly used on stuff that we need in the mall, right? Electronic components, electrolysis, filtration, greenhouse, lamps, biolabs. Since we're bringing in stone, we could potentially just make glass here for use in the mall, because I don't think we're gonna need trains loaded with it. You know what I mean? Okay, now that's full too. That's full. Okay, here's another chest with walls. Alright, now let's see where else the bots want to put walls. Over there. Okay. There. cool to watch. Okay. So we'll send that back home. Yeah, about Starburst. Alright, let's see how our train station is doing over here. Not great. Could be a heck of a lot faster, but alright, we'll get there. Let's power that up. We may as well go ahead and make a train for it. And then I think next we can start making train stuff here. Well, first let's finish replacing what we just took apart, which is walls and stone brick and so forth. I need to keep my eyes open for an attack so I can watch it. Missing material. Really? Like we just don't have... Yeah. Well, we're waiting for gears. I guess I should add yet more gear production, right? Maybe I should just add, you know, next to the iron, just make lots and lots of gears. We can repurpose them later if necessary. Oops, I goofed over here. Alright. Okay. I'm going to take a short break. We'll let this run for a while. And I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. I guess I was more than 5 minutes. Thanks for waiting. Grand Seal. Bonjour. All right, let's see how our train station is doing. Come on, guys. Ah. Something actually got destroyed this time. And I didn't see it. You know, we need to, well, as soon as we can, I think we need to start teching up the weaponry. Let's take a look. Oh, is this the last of it? Yeah, this is the last of the basic research. So we're almost done. And then we can demolish the starter base. I want to see, I know there's like a really nice gun turret. Like a sniper rifle kind of a thing. Is that military 4? Yeah, the railgun turret. That's what I want. This thing is pretty awesome. I definitely want to add these to the mix once we get... Oh wait, taking large groups. Isn't there like a sniper turret or something? Do I not have that yet? I don't. No, I guess that was the one I was thinking of, the railgun turret. And then there's a laser artillery turret. Okay, that's all pretty advanced stuff. I guess it'll be a while before we get to that. Hello, Jay. Oh, thanks, Ground Seal. Glad you enjoyed the tutorials. Silver Fox. Any plans for space exploration full playthrough? No plans right now. I did try a full playthrough. It's been, I don't know, it's probably been a year or so since I last did that. And I did not care for it. I ended up quitting early. Huh, I guess you can't recycle a car. Yeah, it was just, the level of complexity for space exploration was more than I really cared for. So, yeah, so I never finished it. It got to the point where it just felt like a chore. I wasn't really enjoying it that much, so I quit. Yeah, so I don't think I'll do that again. Now, when it comes to complexity, I think I probably will, maybe after this series, I think I might try to do Angels and Bobs again, because I've never been able to finish a full playthrough of Angels and Bobs before. And that's something that I definitely want to do before I retire Factorio, you know. Yeah, the biters are getting tougher. Stuff's getting damaged on a regular basis. So now one thing I could do is I could upgrade the fluid to something that's more damaging, right? Because flame turrets give more damage with different fluids. Not a lot more, but I think if I give them light oil, that would yield the most damage. Yeah, I think that we're just getting hit by spitters here. Right. They're not getting destroyed, so I'm not too worried about it yet. But I would definitely prefer to kill the biters before they even get close to doing damage, you know. Now where am I feeding the turrets? Is this done? Okay, this is almost done. Well, let's get our stone train set up. And then let's see if we can upgrade the damage on our flame turrets. Have I got wood? Yeah, okay, I'm going to give you the whole stack this time so that you can make the journey. And actually, let's do this. Alright, so this is going to be stone in. So let's go to refuel first. And then we'll go to stone out until full. And then we go to stone in until empty. No, this is okay down here, but I'll send it to refuel first. That seems like the smart thing to do. Yeah, that way they don't run out of fuel before they get a chance to refuel. The trains burn wood extremely quickly. Hey, K-Mac, see you next time. Thanks for being here, my friend. Appreciate all your support and always enjoy having you on the stream. Oh, pardon me. It's always fun to choke on coffee in front of a live audience. Oh, went down the wrong pipe there. All right. There we go. Now the stone is flowing. Okay. Yeah, and I think it was correct not to upgrade those belts. They don't really need it. But at least this way I can get, basically all the output of these 4 yellow belts can get down these 2 red belts as required. And we'll get that taken care of. Here comes our train. Freshly fueled. We'll have to wait a bit for it to fill. All right. So let's do the things that we need to do with the stone. Okay, good. So this is going to fit quite nicely. All right, so we can do all of our stone stuff down here. All right, so with the stone, actually, do I have furnaces? Yeah. Let's make these, let's replace some of these with furnaces. Okay, so we'll set these to make stone brick. And again, on these, I'll just set a chest limit rather than a logistics limit. Okay, and I have a lot of stone in storage right now. Okay, so we'll use some of the stone to make bricks. And then we'll use some of the bricks to make walls, which we actually won't need to make any of for quite a long time because I've got tons and tons of walls in storage already. Let's see, how many walls do I need for a single grid? 1,000 walls for that. And walls, do they stack in 200? 200, yeah, so a full chest, 9.6k. Alright, so let's let's just make walls until we have 9.6K. That way we'll be able to build several sections at once. I'll just say 10,000. Pick a nice round number. Okay. So we got that. And I needed glass. Okay, so let's get a crusher involved. Crusher. I need copper cables. Great. Will that fit? I mean, it does fit. Because we need sand. Alright, so I guess I'll just do it like that. And I'll put stack inserters on those. Okay, and we'll have this stop when we have how much sand? I don't know. I guess a full stack. Okay, so that'll give us sand. And then let's throw in another furnace. And we'll use this to make glass. Oh, yeah, let's do this again. Alright, so we'll tell this to stop when there's 60 sand in there. Actually, let's make those stack inserters as well. Let me request some stack inserters. So I have them in my inventory. There we go. Okay, and how much glass do we want? We'll just one stack, right? Alright, how is our train doing? It's about half full. I'll go ahead and send it in, just so we have some supply to work with while we're waiting. Yeah, well, yeah, we've got 19K stone already here, so. Alright, and now we can make the lights and anything else that we need glass for. Beautiful. Okay. What else do we need? I think we're going to need more power sometime soon. So I'm thinking perhaps the next thing to do would be to start crafting all the stuff that we need for the power stations. Did I put that in my blueprint book? Yes, I did. All right. So we're going to need pipes. Oh, shoot. We actually need furnaces. I actually need steam engines, which requires stone furnaces. All right, so I should probably stop recycling those. Whoopsie daisy. yeah, so we'll have to make more stone furnaces. But I think we will limit that to a small quantity. Let's say 25. Okay, and then we'll make the steam engines, or the boilers rather. Now for that blueprint, we needed 12 boilers, okay. So we'll set a low limit there as well. Here, I'll just copy this. $25 boilers. Okay. Now, I'm not making pipes yet, I don't think, so let's start crafting pipes. And I'm going to do 3 of these. Right, so this pipe I'll just have dedicated for making underground pipes. Like that. 450. Wow. Let's get some more of these. So this will stop when pipes get above 450. And I'm going to remove the request from there. That way the pipes will only come from here for the undergrounds. Okay. Straight pipes. 200 is probably okay. And then, yeah, I think 200 of each is okay. All right. Okay, we're done. Awesome. Yeah, so we're done with all of the basic tech card research. Yep, so we won't need those anymore, which is fantastic. And our player is now fully upgraded with all the quality of life mods, quality of life research. Okay. So what are the other ingredients that we need here? Okay, so we got pipes, we have belts, we have inserters, power poles, we have lights, furnaces, logistics stuff. I don't really need a pump. Let's do the greenhouses next. Let's see what those take. Wood, glass, beams, and automation cores. Wood, glass, beams, and automation cores. Okay, I've got automation cores there. The glass is down here. I guess I could just put it over here. Probably doesn't matter a whole lot. Okay. And I need how many for that? 40. Okay, so we'll just do like 50 of them. Well, no, let's just make it 40. We'll do 40. Okay. And for now, I'm sure that I have plenty of wood in here. Yeah, I've got lots and lots of wood in storage. Since I am making wood very close to here, And I don't expect that I will need a whole lot of it for, you know, for this current enterprise, for the mall. But I think I do want to get some put on the logistic network, right? So is that going to work? There we go. So we'll just put some in a provider chest, you know, just in case the storage runs out, and that way I don't have to bring in a train for it. Okay, what's next? We need those other two buildings. What are those? Okay, we need the fuel refineries, gas power stations, and atmospheric condensers. All right, so fuel refineries. Probably 50 of those will be enough. I'll just set all these for 50. These are atmospheric condensers. And these are the power stations. There we go. All right, so we have all the ingredients needed for those. This one lacks engines, and this one lacks engines. Okay, so we're going to need to make engines in here. And those take gears, plates, and pipes, so pretty much iron exclusively. Looks like our iron train is almost empty. And I think we're going to want multiple engines, multiple machines making engines. So let's do 4. Yeah. And let's try to be smart once again. Let's set it up and then copy it. Right, and again, this is the kind of thing where I think we'll just want to always have some stacks available. So we'll do it like this. Okay, and then no. I want to set up some electric engines as well. Okay, so let's do that. And then here we'll need to unbarrel lubricant. Okay, so like this. 112 seems like an awful lot. Let's just do like, let's do like 10 barrels. Okay. Okay, so that'll be the basic setup for electric engines. And we'll do 2 of those. And then we'll need to start making some barrels. Okay, and now I need to figure out how to get lubricant put into barrels. Where's my refinery? Okay, refinery's down here, and we're not currently making any lubricant there. So I think what we can do is we can make lubricant here, and then we can pump it. We can pump it to the mall, and then fill barrels in the mall. So let's go see what it'll take to update this so that we get some lubricant instead of just petroleum and acid. Okay. Yeah, we're already out of heavy oil. Oh, and we were talking about upgrading our turrets to use light oil as well, right? We'll get to that later. What is the damage bonus you get from that? I think it's 20%, right? For using, if you use light oil instead of crude oil in the turrets. I think that's what the bonus is. Alright, so here's heavy oil coming out. Yeah, and so we want, let me see what machine we need for the lubricants. I think it's just a chemical factory. Yeah, chemical plant. Can I make an advanced chemical plant yet? Probably not. Okay. So let's get 2 chemical plants. Where shall we put those? Well, let's put them up here. Okay, so this is heavy oil pumping out. So I'm going to put a pump there. And then I'll put an overflow valve on the other side of that. Okay. So when this pipe is more than 80% full, we'll send heavy oil down this way. Otherwise, it'll all go to the lubricant production. Okay, now we just need lubricant. And to do that, I'm going to need to get rid of some petroleum. Alright, so that's kind of a sin, but so be it. Here. Make a tank. There we go. And we'll put the pump there. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to use another pump here instead. Okay, and then we'll just say if we have Heavy oil greater than 10,000. Okay, yeah, here's where we had some damage. Alright. Super. And then I'll just run the pipe up the center of the rails here. Why do I have so much pipe? Okay. Oops. Okay. Ah, screwed up again. Okay. So this is where we will barrel it. Man, I didn't see what it was shooting at. Okay. Okay, 200 lubricant barrels seems reasonable. Okay, and then we'll get electric engines. Right, and the empty barrels will go back into the system after they've been unbarreled. And then this will just make sure that we always have some supply of empty barrels available. Hopefully not too many. They do tend to build up over time, but hopefully this will keep it under control. All right, how many logistic spots do I have? All right, I've got over 1,000 logistic spots now. So I'm thinking we can probably stop making them. Or maybe we go to... Unpiled Acorn TV. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. Yeah. Total logistic bots. All right. So let's just go to 1,500, let's say. I think that should be enough. Okay, so we were working on the stuff that we need for the power station, right? Do we have everything we need now? Yeah, engines are kind of slow. That's understood. I suppose we could add more engines to the mix. Let's see, what else did we need? We need storage tanks. And I think that's it. I think that's the only other thing we need. Okay, and those are made with iron and iron beams, so let's make them up here somewhere. Here, we can do them right here. And we'll just do 50. Okay. So then, let's see. I'll just copy this. All right, and then the bots will build that. The only other thing that I'll have to do here is connect it to a water supply. All right. So let's see, where is the closest water? Probably over there. So let's make an offshore pump. Okay, I already have one. Perfect. We'll put that there. Power it up. Yeah, this is fine. I'll be interfering with this train station, but that's okay. And there we go. All right, and let's get rid of all the rocks and trees in the whole area, because I like it to be clean. And I think here, let me get out of the way, but I think I might need another roboport to get the middle portion of it. Yeah. So let's add a roboport right there. Is that going to interfere? Yeah, that's going to be in the way. That's going to be in the way. That's not in the way, but it's not connected to anything either. Okay. This works. Is the center covered now? Yes. Okay, so now everything should get built. And then we just sit back and wait for it. 33 entities missing. Those are the gas power stations, and those are just waiting for engines. All right, so this will gradually build itself, and that'll give us more power. All right, we're already making steam. We already have oxygen. We have water in the system. Yeah, we just need the rest of the fuel generators. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh, yeah, Lanesta, there's... Yeah, water is unlimited. So even just one little tile of water will provide an unlimited amount, which I think is a good thing. There might be some mods that change that. I'm not sure. Even if there was, I wouldn't be interested. All right. I'm going to request loaders in my inventory, since I use those fairly often. Okay. Yeah, if you had to continually seek out new water supplies, that would definitely add a different dimension to the game. Oh, is that right, Turtle? Didn't know that. Let's take a look. It's probably in startup options if it's there. Impossible more than difficult. Let's see. Water. Ah. Okay, finite oil and mineral water. That's not the same as regular water, though. Yeah, looks like it just affects the mineral water. Yeah, close. Yeah, I think making the water finite would probably be a pretty significant rewrite of certain things in the game. Suppofin, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, and you know what? For those of you who may be new to the stream, I know we're getting new folks in here all the time. We're playing Krastorio 2. I think this is the 13th episode. Oh, here's an attack. I wanted to watch one so we could see which biters are giving us the most problem. Were those big spitters that I saw? I think they were. Alright, they didn't actually hurt anything. Alright, yeah, we were catching some damage down here. I think they're just the big spitters that are causing the damage that we receive when we receive it. Yeah, so anyway, we're playing Krastorio 2. There's a bunch of other quality of life mods that we're using. On the Twitch page, if you go to the About section in my Twitch page, there's a mods list where you can see all the mods that we're using. But just to bring you up to speed to where we are at the moment, this is the original. This is the starter base. Okay, there's lots of spaghetti. We teched up through the first 4 tech cards, plus a few other ones that we made in small hand fills just to unlock specific levels of technology, you know, like laser turrets and stuff like that. But for the most part, we've only done the first 4 tech cards, which unlock, you know, basic recipes. You know, like here I'm just making gobs of laser turrets and what are the other turrets? Flame turrets, for example. And like I said, this is a lot of spaghetti. I never intended for this to survive to end game. I just wanted to get to the point that I could build a grid, that I could build robots, and then use a rail grid setup to continue through the rest of the playthrough. You know, typically, like especially in vanilla Factorio, when you're planning to build a big base, typically what you would do, or what I think what most players do, is they'll go all the way up to a rocket launch, unlock all the research, and then start to build the big base. Right, but I wanted to do things a little bit differently here. I wanted to start building the big base right from the beginning. Yeah, we got some wall damage. I think they're big spitters. Because we don't have the evolution level yet for the behemoth. Oh, or maybe we do. Let me check. Does anyone recall what evolution level unlocks behemoths? Let me check the wiki. I want to say it was 85, but I don't recall exactly. Okay, evolution factor. Oh, 90%. Yeah, 90% is when the behemoths start to appear. So we still got some time. Yeah, so anyway, we've unlocked most of the basic tech. We do have bots, as you can see, and I just finally got to the point where I have enough raw ingredient production in the grid that we can start to make a mall. And then I decided to make a bot-based mall because Krastorio has such a much higher complexity of different ingredients and different machines and stuff that we need versus vanilla. So in vanilla, typically I use belts to feed the mall machines, but in K2 I thought it would be probably a lot easier to use bots. So that's what we're doing, and we've so far today we've built up all of this. So we have storage here in the center. I have a recycling machine here so that we can, right now the only thing I'm systematically recycling are small electric poles, but anything else that we decide we don't want to use anymore, like steel furnaces, we probably don't need anymore, right? We can just add those to this requester chest and they'll go into the recycler and we'll get ingredients out. So that way we can get rid of stuff that we don't need. Now I also have a lot of ore in here. So I suppose that we could, we could just set up a single electric furnace. Except we need to set recipes. So maybe I'll need more than a single one, right? Alright, so let's do that over here. Let's set up 2 electric furnaces. And by the way, I should actually be making electric furnaces. So let's add that to our production over here. How did I let this get misaligned? Now I have to rebuild the whole mall. No, I'm just kidding. Electric furnace. Steel, red circuits, and brick plate. Okay. So we'll hook that up. How many of these do we want? Yeah, you know what? 200 might be a good number. Because I think typically, if I do want to build if I do want something that uses electric furnaces at scale, we're going to need a lot of them all at once, probably. Let's see how we're doing over here. Okay, we're making progress. We're just waiting for more engines. Okay, so I'll just set one up to make steel, or iron rather, and one to make copper. And that way we can use up whatever ore we have collected. And turn them into plates. And I think yellow inserters are fast enough here. Yeah, they are. Okay, and that way we'll start to gradually use up all of that. And that's going to be important because, now that I have them all set up, I'm going to start to demolish the starter base. And maybe we should just go ahead and do that now. I can't think of anything else that we're making over here that we need to continue making. I mean, we're still making bots, but I still have quite a lot of bots. I think it's time. I think it's time to take this apart. Let's do it. No time like the present. We can get rid of that. Yeah, and this is going to generate quite a lot of junk in the system. But, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's start getting rid of all this stuff. This is fun and exciting. We're moving to the next stage of life here. Hopefully nothing catastrophic will take place as I do this. Right, for power, everybody, I'm using this wonderful blueprint, which is essentially a self-sustaining power plant that creates wood. The wood makes steam and bioethanol using oxygen that we pull out of the atmosphere, and then the bioethanol goes into these gas generators. So what I love about this thing is that the only thing that you have to feed it is water. You just give it water and everything else is taken care of. And it each one of these generates, oh, I don't remember now. How much power do we get? Oh, shoot. Well, let's see. One of these gives us 4.5 megawatts. And each one has 40. So 40 times 4.5 is what, 160? 180 megawatts. With nothing but water. Yep. So anyway, we're going to demolish all this starter base. Pardon me. And then we'll be able to use this space for our grid expansion. And we're going to let the bots do all the work. Right, so we're going to end up with gobs and gobs of raw materials coming over into storage, which is something that we'll have to deal with. Yeah. Yeah, the bots are definitely going to get a good workout. Available construction bots, 0. And I'm probably going to need more storage to be honest. How shall I handle this? Let's put a couple more roboports. And we'll go ahead and expand the storage. There. Hopefully that'll be enough. If not, we can always add more. That's going to put a big demand on our power too, although it's not too bad. I think our power consumption has dropped off quite a bit since we're not doing any science right now. Okay. So I'm not going to try to like just deconstruct the whole thing in one go. We'll do it in sections. That way the robots don't get too scattered. I think it'll work a little bit better if the bots are focused. Yeah, it'll probably take a while because I've got some I've got a lot of chests that are just full of stuff. That's really what's going to take the longest amount of time, is emptying out some of these chests that are just packed full of whatever garbage I happen to have. Like 9.6k fuel, for example. Thousands of laser turrets. Now, we will need to make... We're going to need roboports. Well, we need roboports. We need turret production. And we're going to need to make all the rail stuff. So we could start working on that right now. Setting that up in the mall. Okay, so the roboports are fairly easy. Let me just copy this. We'll do those, I don't know, say 50 at a time. Right, and that's how easy it is just to add new stuff to the mall. You just plop the machine down, set the recipe, set your requester chest, limit your output however you need to, and the bots take care of the rest. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, so let's do rail. Now the rails themselves we should do close to where the stone is being supplied, since that uses a lot of stone. So let's set up the rails down here. And I have thousands and thousands of rails already in chests elsewhere, so we don't really need to produce them right now, but I just want it to be there when I need it, if you know what I mean. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I won't try, but you know who I'm talking to. Let's see. We want to get rid of copper ore. And we're waiting on an assembly machine. Okay, yeah, but there's no... My construction bots are really busy, so I'm going to have to handle some of this myself. Okay, so this will be the actual rails themselves, which take stones and steel beams. Now, let's see. One of my grids takes 800 rails. So let's have like 2,000 at a time. Or no, you know what? Let's make it 4,800. That's a full chest's worth of rails. Right? And it's still not going to run because I've already got more than that made. That's fine though. Alright, now signals, take iron and circuits. We're close to iron here. We might as well just put them right next door. Okay, so there's signals. And then we'll have stations. And I think I'm fine with the 200 limit on these. Except on the stations, we can do far fewer of those. Let's say maybe 25 at a time. Should be more than enough. Okay, and then we need actual trains and wagons. So let's do the trains, and then we'll have 2 types of wagons. Locomotives, like so. Okay. So we'll limit the trains, the locomotives, rather, to, let's say 10 at a time. And then the wagons will do 4x, right? So 40 and 40. I can't do the cool space trains yet, and I don't know if I ever will make the space trains. Okay, so this way at any given moment I can deploy... Oh, Patrick in English, okay. Thank you, Patrick, if you don't mind me calling you that. Right, so this way I'll be able to, at any given moment, I can deploy up to 40 trains at a time. And again, the bottleneck here is going to be the engines, which I think I need to vastly increase my engine production. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's also increase our electric engine production. Okay. And again, I just keep an eye on power anytime I'm adding production, just to make sure that I don't overdo it. Now in this case, the majority of my defensive capability is coming from flame turrets. So the nice thing about that is that even if my base loses power, I'm not going to be completely defenseless. But it's still something that we want to keep an eye on. I don't want to run out of power. That's rule number 1 in Factorio. Don't run out of power. Okay, how are the bots doing over here? Oh, they're finished. Wow. That was faster than I expected. Now, they're not finished here, but that's because they don't have bot network coverage. So let's go ahead and fill in what part of the grid we can over here. All right, I've got a few things in the way. This can go. As can that. Right, and we'll just go ahead and get rid of the next chunk of stuff. Get that too. Yeah, and then I feel like I have like far too many power poles over here. I'm not sure which ones I need. There we go. This feels good. And then once I have the grids in, then we'll go ahead and set up mining again so that we can harvest all these resources. You know, so this will be a mining grid, obviously, and we'll have three train stations out. Speaking of that, let's get our stations added in there. So we'll be able to export, you know, iron, copper, and coal from this station, or from this grid. And this one probably will export stone, and then we can use the rest of the space to build things. Oh, the name is actually just Patrick. Okay. And what language is that? Now I want to know how to pronounce it. Slovak. Ah, okay.
Proste patík. Proste patík.
Proste patik. Okay, got it. My grandmother is from Slovakia. She's no longer with us. But she came to the United States from there when she was a little girl with her parents. And somewhere I have written down the name of the town that she's from, but I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. I would like to go there, and I would like to go visit it someday just to see where she was from. Okay. We can get rid of this. All right. And then I'll give the bots a break from that point. Yeah, and I met her father. I never met my grandmother's mother because she was deceased by the time I was old enough to remember anything. But I do remember my great grandfather, and he couldn't speak English. He could only speak Slovakian. He did know English at one time, but when he got older, he had a stroke at some point, and then he was no longer able to speak English anymore after that, unfortunately. So I never really got a chance to talk to him at all, but I do remember him. Okay, what do we need to do next? We've got roboports, we've got all the train stuff. Let's see, what else am I making over here? Okay, yeah, like the turrets. We should really make the turrets. I mean, I've got tons and tons of them, but I think we will need more turrets at some point. Demon BM86. Good evening to you. I hope you survived the Demon BMs. You know what? I don't like seeing these slow inserters. I'm going to upgrade these. We all have Demon BMs sometimes, so it's okay. Alright, yeah, so some of our science packs are going to show up over here. All of our labs are getting moved. Alright, let's put in some more lighting. Alright, so the mall is shaping up nicely. We just need the bots to go faster. Let's get rid of all these power poles. I don't know why they didn't get picked up before. And actually I'll just go ahead and clear the whole area. Actually, you know what, when it comes to clearing trees... Uh-oh, something's getting damaged. It was probably a big spitter. We actually lost the wall section. Okay. They're getting more aggressive. So I think once we get science reestablished, I think we should prioritize military, because the biters are getting more and more difficult, and once they start, you know, if they get to a point where they can actually break holes in the wall, then that's where things become a little more worrisome. Okay, yeah, turrets. So let's make laser and flame turrets. I wonder if it would be worth putting gun turrets. Let's see, what kind of ammunition have we got? Rifle magazines. Okay, so rifle magazines are 25. 25 range. Versus the range on laser turrets, which are 30. You know, so one thing we could do is we could maybe add some gun turrets in between each one of these as kind of a stand-in until we get the railgun turrets. That could help. I don't know how much of a difference it would make. They would have to be... We'd have to put them like probably around here for the range to be useful. I don't know if it's really worth it, and then we would have to resupply them with bots. Let's see, what's the path to get to those to the railguns? That's what I really want. We would need military 4, production tech cards, and uranium processing. Okay. All right, well, let's do it. Right, so that's our next research. Okay, yeah, let's get this finished here. All right, so laser turrets. How many do we want? Whoops, that's gun turrets. Laser turrets, we'll probably want like, I don't know, let's say 200 at a time. Which means we're not going to make any for a long time. Flame turrets, we'll do 300, since that's the ratio that they're used in. Okay, and looks like we have quartz and batteries. We need quartz and batteries in here. Hey, Dreadword. Yeah, we'll go nuclear eventually. Still have a lot of research to do first, but we'll work our way towards it. Okay, yeah, so we need quartz in here, which I think we can produce locally, since we have stone and sand available here in the mall. I just don't remember what machine I need to make quartz. I guess it's a furnace. No. Alright, how do I make quartz? Oh, sand and water in a filtration plant. Okie doke. Alright, so let's make a filtration plant. We're not making those yet. And I don't think we typically need a lot of those, so I don't know. Let's queue up 25 of them. Steel beams, engines. Okay, we've got all the ingredients we need. So let's wait for the first one to come out. And we're waiting for engines as usual. There we go. I only need one. Yeah, Creed, that's okay because there's no research that I really need right now. Where am I going to put this? Sand and water. I got sand there. I don't have water anywhere in the mall. How wide is this? Alright. How about right here? I guess this is an okay place for it. Okay. Alright, so let's make another offshore pump. There we go. Okay. Water. There we go. Why do I have so many pipes all the time? Let's get rid of some of those pipes. Okay. So that takes care of the quartz, and then we need batteries. Now for the batteries, I'm going to need acid. Which I am making in the refinery. I don't feel like I need so much acid here in the mall that I need to bring it in by train. So what I'll do is I'll just barrel it. Oh, no, I need the barrel sulfuric acid. Where is that? Fill sulfuric acid barrel. Yes. Okay. So we'll do what we've done over here, and is that gonna reach? Yeah. So I'll just pump it from the refinery, and then we'll barrel it locally. throw a pump on there. We're running out of lubricant. I'm too good at making petroleum right now. Okay, did my power plant get finished? Yeah, it did. Awesome. So let's tag that. Alright. Okay, and there's the acid. Alright. Batteries. Where are you at? Hello? Batteries? Iron, copper, and acid. Okay. So that's simple enough. Alright, so this will be... Oh, wait a minute. I need a chemical plant, don't I? Which reminds me, we need to make chemical plants. Oh shoot, this is going to throw everything off. Okay, I have another idea. We'll just make the batteries right here. Okay. Now, do I really need the acid barrels then? That's the other question. Let's see what else we need this for. Okay, yeah. I can use those for these creep capsules later. Yeah, and other batteries. Okay, so I think it's probably okay to continue to keep the barrels there. But at least now we can make a few batteries. And let's do another one of these. For some extra capacity. Okay. And then we'll need the chemical plants. We'll do 50 of those, let's say. Steel gears. I don't think I'm making steel gears yet, am I? Oh, yes, I am. Just not as many. All right, let's increase our steel gear production. Okay. All right. How we doing on construction? All right, construction bots have done what they were asked to do. These are still not getting picked up. Are they out of bot range? They are. Okay, that's fine. I can get those myself later. Let's leave that in place for now. We will have to get rid of that radar. It's in the way. And we'll need to tear all of this up. All right, let's Control Z on that. Now I can't see anything. Yes, I'm building them all. Yep, bot based, as you can see. So we're gradually building up all the items we need to continue expanding the base. And I'm in the process of demolishing the starter base. Oh, here's a big attack. Okay, what are these guys? Big spitters. All right. So it's the big spitters that are giving me headaches right now. Good to know. And I'm probably losing bots because of the fire, but we'll take care of that. All right, so let's start getting rid of all this. We'll just move the radar. Okay. Hey, Jim. Yep, we're making them all. You made it just in time for the end of the stream. Let's see. I'm going to check and see who's... I don't know if JD's still on. Yeah, JD's streaming, so we can raid JD. All right, so let's do that. So thanks everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. I think we got a lot done. The mall's shaping up quite nicely. And this is going to make our upcoming expansion much easier. So thanks again for being here. I'll be back Wednesday evening if everything goes well. So hope to see y'all soon. Have a great day and take care. Thanks everybody.